Hi. One thing I will say, not definitely just keeping it real. As we were going back and researching all about our time warp in 2005, some of the research came across that didn't really fit into our other episode, but I just wanted to bring it up because it is very relevant right now. Is 2005 was the year of Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, category 5 hurricane that slammed New Orleans and the outlying regions. It was catastrophic. There was billions of dollars worth of damage. There was deaths. It was horrific. Um, and I just think it's important now as we have another category 5 storm rolling up onto us. I think it's important that we just, say that our hearts are going out to the people of Jamaica, just like everybody back in Katrina. And just wanted to kind of bring it up. It wasn't all about the low rise dreams and the Xbox and the flip phone. There was some serious things that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that was definitely a time that I know we remember very clearly and when all that happened and all the disaster relief that was needed and required afterwards and just all the time it took. I mean, it took years for the city to get cleaned up and all the areas to get rebuilt,
Right.
families to
Yeah.
find each other, et cetera. Like, it was just such a time. And now, like you said, we're seeing another category 5
Uh-huh.
heading for, not a mainland area, but a small island that is in a lot of danger. And with both of us being in travel, this is definitely a concern on many levels, right? Our heart goes out to the people of Jamaica, everyone who lives there, who's traveling there, and just their safety in general. And also just anyone who's thought about planning a trip there, even in the next year, just as a caution to them, just to be careful and everything, especially on the travel side, as resorts are locking down, all of
Right.
that stuff. So, yeah, I definitely think it's good that we're taking a minute to acknowledge this.
Yeah. And as travel agents, we are constantly booking people on all of their bucket list destinations, which you do know that Jamaica is on a lot of people's. And you never know when disasters are going to strike. I mean, I feel like we have got more advanced warning and with weather these days, but we have clients that are still stranded on Jamaica because that airport closed like a week out
Yeah,
before the hurricane even struck. So
right.
I mean, I think that you can never be overly prepared for when you're booking your dream trip, and you got to kind of take precautions because you never know what you're going to encounter. So I think
Mm-hmm.
just briefly, let's talk about the importance of I mean, I know you agree with this, but I'm always
Yeah.
all about travel insurance when you're going on vacation because you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Right, right. And I think that's a topic that even some people might not know what all it covers. But I mean, it's not just covering the cost of your trip, right? If there's a natural disaster. So, for example, let's say you are currently, on an island that's about to get hit or, during a storm and you are covered by insurance and you need to
Right.
evacuate or adjust your hotel nights, redo your flights. Okay. It covers all of that stuff.
Right.
Even if you were to get injured or hurt, God forbid or anything like that, it does cover medical costs and everything. So it's not just about protecting the money you spend on your vacation, it's also protecting all the unseen things, right? As travel agents, we do our best, we do our research, but I can't control the weather. I can't
Right.
control,
You can't.
construction needs
What kind of
or
travel agent are you?
right? I know, right? I mean, I'm pretty good, but I'm not all that. But yeah, just a reminder to definitely be prepared for things we can't control. And Katrina was definitely an example. I mean, we knew it was a hurricane, we knew it was coming, but the devastation in the aftermath was not something we could have planned for.
Right. And what I will say, so there are obviously a lot of similarities to Katrina was a Cat 5, Melissa
Yeah.
coming into Jamaica is a Cat 5.
Hmm.
Um, but at least for Katrina, there was roads out. They might have been blocked, but at least there's roads. This is an
Right.
island. Jamaica is an island in the
Yeah.
middle of the Caribbean. Like there's nowhere to go
Yeah.
except for up. They're trying to get up to a higher ground, but then there's mudslides. Or we're looking at 30 inches of rain. I mean, my
Mhm.
heart goes out to the people of Jamaica, just as
Yeah.
it did to Katrina. It's just heartbreaking, but you just have to. We'll put links in there because there's going to need to be cleanup. But
Mhm.
remember that Jamaica is an island that is basing itself on tourism. So let's
Yes.
just have hearts right now and let's help. And we'll put links for Red Cross and any relief
Mhm.
funds. Jackie will go ahead and throw links in there. But I think
Yeah.
we need to remember to be patient while there is not, Jamaica is a bucket list place to go and the resorts are beautiful, but there's people that live on that island. So
Yes.
my goes out to those people on this island. This is their home, beyond
Mhm.
the resort gates. This is their home. And
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
start cleaning up, we need to be ready to come back as
Mhm.
tourists and be there to help re-energize that island.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And even just, when you're thinking about paying for a vacation and maybe you're looking at the price like, oh, wow, that's a lot to just spend on staying in a room at a resort. But it's a little bit more than that. Like when you talk about the local people, if we're not there traveling, they don't have a job to go
Right.
to continue to make money, to rebuild their lives. So, yes, a vacation can be a conscious, helpful thing to do, for other people. And especially coming through with Jamaica, like you said, tourism is their main part of their economy. So
Yes.
they are going to need the cleanup help and they are going to need their businesses and their jobs to come back as soon as possible. So yeah, so like Denise said, we will be putting in links for, the direct relief, the Red Cross, any other information that we can find. And especially things like even with the embassy down there.
Yes.
For anyone traveling, one quick note that we did kind of want to point out, if you're in another country, traveling internationally, etc., it is always a good idea to register with the US Embassy. Let them
Agreed.
know, where you are, where you're going to be. Okay. And that can be just for yourself, for precautions. God forbid if anything were to happen, it does help your loved ones and your family in helping them find you if they were ever in that situation. Okay.
Which we
So,
hope is not the case. But yes, those are
absolutely.
we're just
Yeah.
trying to point out as travel agents things that you should be thinking about beforehand. And if you're there, is there still
Yeah.
time? The phone
Yeah.
systems still work. You
Yeah.
can still
So we
get an
will
email
have
out.
all of those links down there for you guys and get that out there. And, absolutely, please feel free to donate anything you can, right? Obviously, it's a little different. It's not something we can, drive down to like New Orleans. We can all kind of come together and help, but there are still things that we can do for Jamaica.
Yeah, absolutely. And we definitely want to travel smart. And just wanted to take a minute to have our thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Jamaica and honestly, whoever else is in the path, because I know it's not over when it's Jamaica. I mean, it's headed
Yeah.
up over Cuba, it's headed up to, the Caribbean. There's a lot of little islands in there,
Hmm.
Bahamas and Nassau, Turks and Caicos, all those little islands. So
Yeah.
we are thinking of our friends and families in the Caribbean and do what you can and just stay safe out there, people.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.